Luther Heights has been right here at this spot for 70 years, a little over 70 years now.
This place tends to get under your skin in such a good way.
I love the scenery here. It's just like fun to be just kind of disconnected from everything.
My favorite thing about being up here at Luther Heights is just the people, the things you do, just everything.
The community, the games that we play together, and the friends you make.
My favorite activity is horseback riding and tie-dyeing.
One of the real appeals about Luther Heights is the fact that it's disconnected, and it's an opportunity to reconnect, honestly, with nature and with all that business that goes on in our hearts.
Nature really helps me with my spirituality because it's here, like it's showing us what God made for us, like all the trees, all the animals, all the wildlife.
So we are right here in the middle of the Sawtooth Mountains. So it started just with tents, and then eventually the lodge was built, the White Cloud Lodge, and then it's grown from there.
So it has been here on this site for 70 years, which is a piece of why camps this old, ministry centers this old, naturally have infrastructure we need to take care of to ensure longevity for the next 70 years.
The capital campaign is an important part of continuing the legacy of Luther Heights and the ability for us to have camp up here in the mountains.
Outdoor ministry is a place recognizing that God's love and grace can be experienced in new ways. And sometimes, if opening the door to a church is uncomfortable, opening the doors to this church and this outdoors is something that feels welcoming in a different way.
And I also like how you can learn about God in different ways so you can understand it better.
So this Connecting for Generations campaign is about the safety of camp that needs to be insured and protected so that we can continue on to do the ministry we're called to now and whatever is in the future.
There are 5 main projects as part of this capital campaign. Burying the electrical lines is one of the first ones that we will undertake.
With the fire danger that exists in the West and our desire to make sure that we're mitigating that fire danger as much as possible, it's really important to get these electrical lines buried. The next project is our maintenance building that also has some staff housing.
Construction of the maintenance building will enable us to get rid of the existing maintenance trailer and have a permanent home for all of our supplies that are needed to maintain camp.
It would be so much easier to fix things if we had this maintenance building because we would have more equipment here and we'd have more equipment on hand.
When we add this new maintenance building, it is a requirement to add a new well. This is super important for fire suppression and just to make sure that everybody in camp has access to water pressure.
Our next project is to remodel our current infirmary. It'll give us the ability to isolate sick kids and take care of them better and bring that building up to ADA standards.
It is important to make sure that we also upgrade the old infirmary. It will be used more appropriately in its new, improved life as some staff housing.
Providing them a better and more adequate space with water and electricity and a place to rest their head after a day of serving at camp.
From the beginning of camp up here in the Sawtooths, the White Cloud Lodge has been the gathering place where people come. When they first get here, they meet around the round fireplace, we sit to have meals.
The White Cloud was the first significant building that was built here at camp. And I know 80-year-olds who would hike in the winter to sweep the snow off the top of this building. And over time, it's an old building and it just needs to be brought up to standard.
This building needs some electrical and plumbing updates to make it functional again, so that we can use it not just for storage, but to have it be a gathering space, to be a place where we can continue to make those memories around this campfire.
The projects of this campaign are very important to ensure the next 70 years of Luther Heights ministry in the Sawtooth Mountains.
Without coming to camp, I wouldn't have met all the great counselors, and I wouldn't have had these friends that I made here.
Kind of makes you kind of like appreciate the natural world more and kind of maybe a little bit more conscious of like what you're doing to the climate and stuff.
Luther Heights is amazing, beautiful, incredible, welcoming, friendly, and fun.
And so then the kids feel free and they build deeper relationships and they feel a little closer to themselves and others and God. And
Luther Heights is a place that's set apart. It's this treasure place where people of all ages, various faith backgrounds, can come to experience the awe of nature, the welcome of community, usually challenge themselves to growth in new ways, and it's a place to keep coming back to for renewal. Once you've come here, it touches your heart.
Please join us in investing in this special place.
You can be a part of making sure Luther Heights Bible Camp continues.
To serve our community for at least another 70 years.
And to do that, it takes investment in our facilities and in our infrastructure. And this campaign can do that.